It was an agency that was created by Congress just 2 months after 9/11 that was supposed to keep the flying public safe.
We're trying to defend them from radicals who want to hurt them. We're working with handcuffs behind our backs.
You could have multiple tragedies set at the same time, just like they did before. They could stage them. It would just be slightly different than what took place.
It's terrifying. It's quite terrifying.
These dire predictions are coming from people in the know. They're Transportation Security Administration inspectors at Tampa International Airport who could not only be fired, but go to jail for exposing what's wrong with the system. That's why we're hiding their identities.
It's like three-card Monte. The system loses track of bags, and there's no verification on busy occasions when the belt system is busy. About 15% of the bags don't make it down to search.
The inspector is talking about this $124 million baggage screening system at Tampa International. The system runs a bag through what's called an L3 explosive device system. If the machine picks up a potential problem, a transportation security officer, TSO, hits an alarm and the bag is sent to another area to be searched.
The problem was discovered very early on, that the TSO would see something that alarmed, something that met the criteria as a possible bomb, IED. They would send search. The bag simply would never show up. It wouldn't come down to the search line to be cleared.
According to these inspectors, as many as 3,600 to 4,000 bags set off an alarm each day for a possible explosive device and are supposed to be hand inspected. However, they say about 500 of those bags never make it to the second inspector, and instead they go on the airplane.
About 4 years ago, an item came through that looked like 3 pipe bombs tied together. It was on a Boston flight, JetBlue flight. A screener sent search to send it down to the search line so that they could see if that's in fact what it was. It never showed up.
Although inspectors say they've warned managers about the problem, including in this memo saying there's an intrinsic flaw in the checked baggage in-line system, the TSA says there's nothing wrong.
This is a back support. I am putting a detonator into the plastic explosive.
This is a TSA undercover investigator at Tampa International Airport just 1.5 years ago wearing simulated explosives and a chemical that mimics explosive residue. It should set off alarms as he goes through the screening process, but it doesn't. So the investigator identifies himself.
I want to have you do it again, and we'll go over everything so I can show you exactly what you did wrong.
The screener still doesn't find it. If the investigator were a terrorist, he'd be on his way to an airplane.
I personally won't fly. It's not safe to fly. I personally won't allow my family to fly. It's not safe to fly. There are so many gaping holes in our system that they're completely aware of.
The Government Accounting Office agrees. In this October 2009 report, it says the TSA lacks assurances that its strategy addresses the highest priority needs and mitigates the risk of an attack. Although the TSA has information on vulnerabilities, the report says the agency has not assessed weaknesses in the system that terrorists could exploit to carry out an attack. And the inspectors say the TSA perceived a problem when the system was first installed because when passengers would check in their baggage at the counter and then those bags were sent to the scanning machines, the machines were picking up too many potential problems, slowing down the airline system. So they say the TSA ordered the sensitivity on the machines turned down.
The airlines seem to dictate much of what or how we're going to operate, because the bags have to make it on time, they have to get their people through on time.
The TSA management at headquarters and at Tampa are completely aware of it. They're playing odds. They're playing the odds that the terrorists won't put a bomb on. You know, they think 85% chance of catching it. To them sounds good, I guess. To me, it sounds frightening.
And these inspectors on the front line of stopping terrorists at Tampa International Airport say it should be frightening to the flying public as well. Mike Deason, 10 Connects.